Welcome, everyone, to episode 44.
Voted vote.
44 of the Cosmic Reads. How you doing tonight?
Hey man, what's going on? What's up, guys?
Yeah. I'm doing pretty good. It's been a busy weekend, and I'm tired, but we're going to get through this, and we're going to have fun doing it, right? Right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Busy weekend for me too. But
busy
life is
weekend
better with burritos, and I had a burrito for breakfast.
Nice. Alando can't make it tonight. He has work. Lame. Yeah, Alondo's work tonight. Yeah, he's lame. Yeah, Zul, if you want to pop in, you can. Do you want to join us, Zul?
Come on, Zul.
We can make this just kind of a shit show, like it always is. Oh, there's Alando. Hey, he's here in spirit. He's in chat. He's in chat. So he has to work tonight, so he's on call or doing something with computer stuff that I don't understand. But it can't be live and do it at the same time. I think he's just watching March Madness and just said, like, hey, my team's playing, but work, that's my excuse.
Duty calls
until my 9:30 meeting. Oh, okay, yeah, there you go.
I didn't wash my hair today either, Zul. It's okay.
Good times. Yeah, so I guess we'll do a sponsor because we have a new offer on it. So, yeah, I know the Will Reads, we did that this week as well. But because we have a new campaign rolling out, this episode will be brought to you by, wait for it, guess who? Can you guess?
7-Eleven, Slurpees.
NordVPN.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, NordVPN is going to be our sponsor because they have a new campaign that just launched on March 21st. So with that being said, get a lot of cool stuff if you sign up through our affiliate link, which will be in the description of the podcast episode when it comes out on podcast, as well as what's one cool one? Let's see. Is that one better? That one? Let's see that one. Anyway, yeah, so it will be the affiliate link. Also, you can find it on our website. You just go on the bottom where it says affiliates are our sponsors. There's a link there. But what do you get? Guess how much percent they're giving off, Will? You want to guess?
75.
Close.
80.
I'm not even joking. 69%.
Wow. What a deal.
What a deal. 69. Yeah, 69% off and 3 months free.
So with this new campaign, it looks like they I use NordVPN, and it looks like they updated the UI. It actually looks like they added a lot of stuff, like ads and trackers, vulnerabilities, malicious files. I just noticed it looks like they updated a lot of things. It looks pretty cool. Showing my IP address is visible, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Fun stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I use it, so I recommend everyone else does. Occasionally, you'll find websites get blocked when they realize you're using a VPN, which is kind of lame. But whatever. It's fun. So just go check it out if you want a cool VPN for cheap. Because, yeah, with that deal, it's pretty good. I can't wait for a Will's better half, or other half. Sorry, it is better half. To be a guest. We talked about it tonight briefly for the show, but she hasn't read these chapters yet. So
yeah, give us a couple weeks.
We
were out of town this weekend, and then we're going out of town for Easter next weekend. We were talking about pulling her on tonight, but she's not caught up this week. Otherwise, it would have been perfect. But we'll get her on soon for sure. Yeah, she said she's down. Yeah,
cool. Should be fun. So without further ado, let's jump right into these chapters. Right into it. You ready, Will?
Ready as I'll ever be.
This is one of my favorite chapters from this section. Not just tonight, but from section 3 or 4. Yeah, or section 4. Whatever section we're on. It's chapter 55. By sacrificing most of his consciousness, Preservation created Ruin's prison, breaking their deal and trying to keep Ruin from destroying what they had created. The event left his powers, again, nearly balanced. Ruin imprisoned, only a trace of himself capable of leaking out. Preservation reduced to a mere wisp of what he once was, barely capable of thought and action. These two minds were, of course, independent of the raw force of their powers. Actually, I am uncertain of how thoughts and personalities came to attract or to be attached to the powers in the first place, but I believe they were not there originally. For both powers could be detached from the minds that ruled them.
That the last two sentences, talking about how like thoughts and personalities came to be attached, and that they were just, originally just what, thoughts or minds.
It was just raw power.
Yeah.
And then something attached, two minds, of course, independent of the raw force of their power. So
Yeah. Interesting stuff.
Very interesting. Yeah. So, and this is a kind of a cool chapter because we get Ellen meeting someone on the road. He's walking back towards Fadrix with his entire Koloss army that he's just taken, his new 30,000 Koloss. And he's just walking his way like knee deep in ash, just kind of like trudging his way. He's down on himself completely. Like, what's this even worth anymore? Like, why are you even trying? Like, look around. The world's falling apart. Like, we've lost. And we have no idea where we're going at this point.
It's such a sad sight. Like, just so much ash all over the place. Up to his chest. He said he got on his knees and the ash is up to his chest.
Yeah.
Like, it's so bad.
It's bad. Things are bad. Things are really bad. And he collapses down to his knees. Yeah, like you said, kneels in the ash and is just ready to give up. And he looks out into the mist and the figure appears in front of him again. And, at first, it's the mist spirit. And he's like, at first he's, like always, he's kind of like, is it real? Is it not? And then it interacts with him more so than it has before. I mean, obviously it stabbed him, but this time it's, yeah.
It's funny that it shows up when he's like, about to give up. And I was a little sus of like what was about to happen, given that, all he's thinking about is, yeah, I remember you stabbed me and now you're back. So
yeah,
but that didn't happen again, fortunately.
Yeah. And the mist spirit just points towards the northeast, not necessarily towards Fadrix. And Ellen's just really confused. She's like, why? Like, what are you trying to say? And he starts trying to motion. The mist spirit does, and Ellen's just like, I don't understand what you're saying. Like, can you not talk? Can you do yes or no's? I said, how about can you write? He's like, here, take a stick and write on the paper. It's like F you. Like, and it's like, man, screw you. Like, yeah. I feel like just play video games. The Will is preservation. Trying to play video games. Like,
I am preservation to anyone that goes against me. I just write, I'm going to kill you. Death, death, death.
Yeah. What just happened? I just got banned.
Yeah. Will, are you here? Nope.
Anyway, So it tries to communicate by writing. Obviously, that's not working. And preservation is just really frustrated. And he's like, "How about this? Can you like do jumping jacks every time like I say something that's yes, and try to wave your hands or something like that for yes or no questions." He guesses that Ruin can change the messages. He's like, "Okay." So that's not going to work. How about you try drawing in the air maybe and do it real slow? And he's like, and you can see it's like changing as he's trying to write it. And it just gets so, he's like, either he's changing it as you're writing it or you have no idea how to form letters. So it's one of the two. Either you don't know how to write or you're making this up or Ruin's doing this. So that's not working either.
I couldn't help but think about like the way he was getting him, because it says he's like waving his arms. I couldn't help but envision he's just like doing this the whole time.
Yeah, he's just the crazy inflatable, like the the little blow up inflatable things in front of car dealerships. That's all. Yes.
Yes.
That that's all it is. And yeah, so he figures out that the figure does not want him to attack Fadrix, and that the mist are not killing the people. And then he points to Ellen's metal vials and vanishes after saying that maybe they can survive. So he asks, can we survive this? And he has like a long pause and it kind of like rips the hand of little flail. Like, I would take that as a maybe.
Yeah. So you're saying there's a chance.
You're saying there's a chance. Yeah. Yeah, but this is just enough to get, Ellen reinvigorated. And he's not sure why, but he's like, okay. Yeah. The wacky wavy inflatable tube man. Thank you, Londo. We need you here tonight. Woo! That's what preservation is. 100%. Full send. So yeah. Thoughts about meeting the Mist Spirit / preservation, because we figured out in the very next chapter that I don't think it mentions it in this chapter. It's preservation, but the very next epigraph it does.
Yeah, no, I just Ellen was at a low point, and in like preservation essence, he shows up, and it's almost a form of preservation showing up when Ellen's at his low point to preserve him. So I just thought there's that bit of he fit the role, I guess, because Vince, for all he knows, trapped, and he just went on this berserk rampage to save the village, and he's got all these Koloss with him now, and he's just like, what the hell am I doing? What's going on? And yeah, so it was just kind of a moment of, I guess, rejuvenation or reinvigoration,
right?
Like you said.
And also, just to give Alana more of a hard time, last week, one of the big things that we had last week was when they talked about how preservation was the one who broke the bargain. And Alonso was like, holy crap, I wonder if we'll figure that, of course, in this section, we talk more about that bargain, at least from Ruin's side of it. So Alonso, I'm giving you a hard time because you're not here to share your thoughts about that. But yeah, any other thoughts about preservation or this meetup, besides just invigorating Ellen and
not really
going?
No.
Okay, cool. We'll move to chapter 56 then. This was a short chapter. The last one was. This one's also short. The last two are longer. So, chapter 56. I don't know why preservation decided to use his last bit of life appearing to Ellen during his trek back to Fadrix. From what I understand, Ellen didn't really learn that much from the meeting. But then, of course, preservation was but a shadow of himself, the shadow under immense destructive pressure of ruin. Perhaps preservation, or the remnant of what he had been, wanted Ellen to get Ellen alone. Or perhaps he saw Ellen kneel in the field, and he knew the Emperor of Men was very close to just lying down the ash, never to rise again. Either way, preservation did not appear, and in doing so, or preservation did appear, and in doing so, exposed himself to Ruin's attacks. Gone were the days when preservation could turn away any inquisitor with a bare gesture. Gone even were the days where he could strike a man down to bleed and die. By the time Ellen saw the Mist Spirit, preservation must have been barely coherent. I wonder what Ellen would have done if he had known he was standing in the presence of a dying god that night. He had been the last witness of preservation's passing. If Ellen had just waited a few more minutes in the ashen field, he would have seen a body, short of stature, black hair, prominent nose, fall for the mist and slump dead in the ash. As it was, the corpse was left alone to be buried in the ash. The world was dying. Its gods had to die with it.
A lot. Yeah. So because Ruin is just out and about, in the world doing his thing, like he seems like he's much more prominent than preservation right now.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
It gets back to that yin and yang thing. But at this point, if you look at a yin and yang, it's typically the same size either way. One's black, one's white.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it feels like if preservation was, the white one, it's real tiny, and ruin is this huge black thing just engulfing him, right?
Right.
Ever since ruin was kind of freed and let out, from his prison.
Mm-hmm.
But it's crazy, like they're saying that like an actual human being can't, like a god in the form of a actual body died. Like when Ellen left, it died, it came to the ground, and that was the last of preservation.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? Like so that seems bad. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
It seems really bad.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it does seem bad. Things are getting bad here. In this world, things are getting really, really bad. And it's tough because I think a lot of brought up last week. I mean, or maybe it wasn't a lot of, maybe it was something else. But there's somewhere where I heard someone made an argument. You can kind of understand Ruin's arguments in some ways, like the finality of everything, and not everything is permanent. Like everything does have an end. We all will die. Everyone listening to us, and us included. The world, the Earth will eventually be destroyed. Hopefully not anytime soon. But like there is an end date to everything. Nothing is permanent. So like the Ruin find the beauty in that. There, it's just kind of course, no one wants it to happen to them. No one wants to be there for the end days. But
so I guess getting to like what you said about Alondo talking about the bargain.
Yeah.
So I guess preservation got to like create a lot, and
they couldn't create on their own. Preservation could only preserve, and Ruin could destroy, but they could only create together. So there's nothing for Ruin to destroy. So they made a bargain, and we get into this next chapter when they talk about it.
Okay, we could wait if you want.
Yeah, we can wait, but I mean, just to kind of clarify, they made a bargain that they would work together to create just so one day Ruin could destroy. And that day came and went, and basically preservation imprisoned Ruin, saying, no, I just want to keep what I got, and broke the bargain because he was supposed to be allowed to destroy. And that was the breaking, was preservation saying, no, I want to keep life going. And that wasn't what the deal was. The deal was that we'd had this cycle, I guess, going on of creation and destruction. So Ruin got to get his fix, and they can work together. And preservation was like, no, I like this one we made. Like, and rather be a cycle. Preservation wanted to end the cycle by keeping it going forever, and Ruin said, "Bargain's off. I'll destroy forever."
Yeah, and it's like a buildup of Ruin now, and he's just
Does that make more metaphysical sense or philosophical sense?
Oh yeah, it makes total sense.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, no, it does though. It seems like since they waited so long for him to get his end of the bargain, it's now just 10, 20 times worse than it would have been had they not imprisoned him.
Yeah, I mean, the bargain was, I guess, that they would create, and then he would get destroyed, and then they could create again, and they could have a cycle, and he could just keep on destroying forever, but it would just be a cycle of destruction. And preservation broke the bargain and imprisoned him versus letting him destroy. And he's like, fine, it's off. I get destroyed forever then. Like, no more creation. I just destroy. So.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so that's... I'll get more to that next chapter, but yeah, for this chapter, we're with Spook. He's working on his plans for Quellion, and he's discussing his plans with Beldra. So this is when he's with Beldra and talking to her about how he wants her to write a letter to Quellion, basically tell him to convince him not to oppose Spook, and. Yeah, or Beldra suggests that, and Spook gives his permission, but then also says like, "Hey, let me see the letter afterwards. I won't change the content. I'll change the content. I won't change the meaning or the intent, just in case there's ciphers and stuff like that." I mean, he's working the underground. He knows how this works. He wants to make sure that there's no hidden messages within there. Change the words around a little bit, but keep the same intent of the letter.
He had his plans all drawn up on the board, kind of like Kelsier used to do, but
exactly.
Really for him to just kind of like get everything out on paper so he could actually figure out what the plan was.
Right.
I like the part where Beldra is like, what kind of language is that? You speak in gibberish? And he explains, wuzzing with the
Was it with
whatever.
the? He kind of explains the street slang a little bit to her. Yeah, it's kind of cute. It's a little cute scene.
Yeah, adorable.
Until you find out. Anyways,
Yeah.
for now, adorable. Yeah. But anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, Gordell summons Spook to learn that the citizen soldiers have left the Canton building. And Spook sends scouts out to investigate where the soldiers went to, because I think he's realized, okay, the time's now. We got to get going. And then we switch to Sazed. So anything from that whole meetup with, kind of spilling the whole beans to your, I guess he doesn't consider Beldra an enemy, even though she's trying to convince him just not to kill her brother. But she's a captive at the same time. So it's kind of, but Spook has a thing for her. So, I mean, it's this weird dynamic where.
Yeah. It seems normal, right? Before knowing what we find out later.
Exactly.
So yeah, but he is quick to give away a lot of information.
Yeah.
Which is a little sus.
Yep. So Sazed watches the water flow control system being built. Everything looks good. So more canal talk. I know last week we talked a lot about canals. So Alonso loves his canals. So he doesn't. I'm being a face. Alonso does not like the canal talk. But yes, so Sazed is all about it though. And Spook shows up to tell Sazed that there's riots in Urto. And he senses that Sazed doubts his, in his ability to do what he does. Because Sazed is really confused about the whole that he can be Peter as well. Like, just that's not how Elemency has worked in the past.
That was a powerful scene. I know we haven't gotten to the end, but this whole conversation about faith and Spook is like, he's on this high because forever he's just been this random page boy that's there to help the crew.
Right.
And now he is, the survivor of the flames, and he's leading the charge to save Phaedrix. And, he's got this girl at his side, and Sazed comes in and he's just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if this is all going to go, like, this is a good idea. Of course, Sazed has been in this lull of, disbelief and
emo Sazed.
Yeah. Finding flaws in every religion he stumbles upon.
Right.
But it comes to the point where, Spook looks inside and he's like, wait, what? Hold on. I don't like this. And he's like, no, Sazed. Faith is like, regardless of what's going on, you believe in something that's pushing everything forward, that's going to make everything work out for the best. And Sazed is like, holy crap.
Yeah.
That's what I'm missing. That used to be me. Yeah. He's like, I need to get back to that. He's exactly right.
Yep.
So Sazed kind of realizes, like, yeah, I'm emo Sazed. I need to get back to, like, faithful, positive Sazed. So I really like that scene, because I think that was the moment where Sazed was like, okay, this is okay. Yeah, I need to snap out of it. This is bullshit. I don't like it.
Yeah. No, sir. I just don't like it.
Not one bit.
No, sir. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Sazed realizes he needs his faith again as well. That, just got to have faith, as George Michael taught me. Guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. Okay.
Tara just finished the reading.
Yeah, she did.
Terry, you want to come join?
Come downstairs into the basement and hang out with us and talk about it.
You can sit on the gym bench that I never use.
The gym bench? What's that?
I have like a little, like, my neighbor had a yard sale and I got a little
Yeah.
It's got all my shit on it, but it's like where you do bench press and stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay, Jim. I
Um,
thought you said Jen, like Gen, like Jen, like or
no,
G
like
I.
like yeah,
Yeah, Jim. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
but no, it just holds a bunch of
old stuff.
bullshit.
Yeah, I used to have an elliptical machine that had the same thing. It turned a goat rack. It's just
Yeah,
yeah, it's not that great. So, anything else from this chapter before we move to the conversation with Ruin and Vin,
negative.
which you talked about a lot already, but we'll talk about it more. Chapter 57. I have come to see that each power has three aspects: a physical one, which can be seen in creations made by ruin and preservation; a spiritual one that is unseen, that permeates all of the world; and a cognitive one, in which the minds are controlled, in which minds which control that energy. In the minds which control that energy. Okay. There is more to this, much more than even I do not comprehend yet, or yet to comprehend.
So I'm trying to remember which this might have been from last week's, but it might have been last week's epigraph. But I'm really like this stuff. I feel like ties so much into Sanderson's themes of mental health, and
Mm-hmm.
I really like it because when you talk about like physical, spiritual, and then like
Cognitive.
cognitive,
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting that they listed in that order because I don't know if it should be in reverse, but it should. I don't. I think physical should be the last. I don't know if,
Yeah.
but like I think like negativity or positivity manifests in the mind,
Right.
right?
Cognitive. Yeah. In the mind. Yeah.
And I think maybe it should be cognitive, spiritual, and then physical, because then you start to build your what's the word? I don't want to say framework, but
Yeah.
like you build kind of your worldview.
Yeah.
And it could be a negative one or a positive one, and that kind of creates the physicality around you. Like maybe who do you surround yourself with? Are you a positive person or a negative person? Do you associate with positive people or negative people? Are your friends positive or negative? Like, because I've experienced all this stuff a lot in my life. I used to be, I don't know, negative and have a lot of depression, and now I'm not. And being able to see both of those sides, like obviously people go through phases of life.
Sure.
But I just think ruin and preservation, the whole mental health thing that he talks about, like I really, the way he spins it in this book is like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but
it does. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of the philosophical argument, the Plato and the Cave, Plato's The Cave argument, where he talks about realities, and you focus back out and you get different realities. So at the very back and then all the way outside the cave and outside the physical world is the what you call spiritual, how God intended creation to be, and then you have the stuff that's real, and then you have inside the cave art. So it's the mind's perception of the reality onto the wall in the cave, where the people, as you go further into the cave. So you have spiritual, how it was meant to be, how it really is, and then how it's perceived.
Yeah.
So it's very much that Plato-esque, going back to ancient Greek philosophers. If everybody wants to read it, it's a really fascinating thought experiment going through the story of the cave. Plato's.
I need to go back and read that. It's been a long time.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
That just talks about how you perceive things and what reality is to some people might not be what reality is to others.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Heady stuff.
Thought experiments. They're fun. Start going on those rabbit holes and feel like you're smoking a lot and trying to have really depth conversations about ridiculousness. That's what it is. Have another drink. Let's get drunk and talk about it. So yeah, well, Ruin's voice is giving Vin some insights, and she's just thinking about how it acts similar to emotional allomancy, and realize that she can still communicate with her thousand of colossus, but can't communicate intelligent thoughts to them, and can't think of any other valuable way to use them. So she's thinking about her like I said, thinking about the Koloss, thinking about like, is that how Ruin is? Like trying to communicate through me through the ear. Like he can't, like he can't give me anything valuable to do, but he can try to like manipulate me. Is that how this is working? She's having this mental crisis about Reen/Ruin being in her head and just talking about trying to make sense of it and how it all works. And then Ruin starts to manifest himself, starts to talk to her. But as she's thinking about this.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Is this when she is like trying to control the Koloss from?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she just gets confusion back.
Right.
So she's like, because I'm trying to remember. Is she still trapped?
Yeah, she's still trapped at this point.
Yeah, and so she's like, maybe I could control the Koloss and like get them to go.
She's not down. She's not down in the cavern anymore, but she's like
she's in the next layer.
Guards. Yeah, she's in the upper layer, and she's chained and has no medals, and is just being under watch by guards.
Yeah, well, I just thought it was crazy that she could control the Koloss from like wherever she is, even if like it's not to do what she wanted them to do. It's still wild that like,
yeah,
she
can still feel them.
Yeah. So,
yeah. And at this point, Ruin manifests himself into Vin's cell to teach her, about the whole the bargain, and this is when he talks to her about the bargain and how eventually he'll be victorious, and seems to gloat a little bit. And this is also where Vin senses that Ruin actually has human emotions and thus weaknesses. He's like, he actually has emotion. It's not like omnipotent. Like he's acting very human right now. like very, very cognitive.
Yeah, she gets the sense that he's cocky, overconfident in a way.
Arrogance, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, human. Like he's becoming more real.
Yeah.
Even though I think he shows up as Reen.
Yeah.
But she knows it's Ruin.
Yeah, she knows it's him. Ruin says that Vin and Ellen are valuable because they're good at destroying things due to their passions. And this is where Vin asked Ruin, did the other force that was opposing him, and Ruin replied that preservation was once while preservation was once a cage, is now dead, and the bargain is complete. And that's where he goes into the whole thing, like that they can only create together, that separately they couldn't do anything, but they promised that Ruin could destroy the creations, but preservation broke it. Ruin says Vin can't use preservation's power now that he's dead, and wants Vin just to know that the end is near, and now that she's locked away, he can finish his mission. And that makes her think as well, is like, why does it matter if I'm locked away? Like, I need to escape. There's something I can do. Like, she's just like, because this real situation, like,
yeah. I still don't like. I'm still wrapping my head around the whole how Ruin was imprisoned, and maybe I'm thinking too in depth on that, but like he says something about how preservation was the cage, and I'm like, hold on. So I thought they had to create the cage together, but why would Ruin create a cage for himself with preservation?
Yeah, no, preservation used most of his power to create the cage and imprison him, to give life a shot, to preserve life. And that's why preservation was so weak. And the process of creating this cage, it wasn't like a physical cage. It just was this cage where, like, that's why Rue could still influence outside of it a little bit, but he couldn't fully take on his full form, and he couldn't destroy from inside of it, but he could manipulate still. But yeah, basically preservation peeled off a part of his own power to imprison him. And that's why preservation was so weak. And when Vin took the power from preservation and then released it out back into the cosmos, it it undid the cage.
Okay.
But preservation wasn't able to retain that power for himself in that moment because basically Ruin was bursting it out and just stopping all of it from happening and just batting him down. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess just the only thing I'll say is to be able to come up with something like that as an author is like truly impressive. Like,
yeah, Sanderson's mind. It's one of those ones that it's out there, and I enjoy it. I love it. I love his mind.
yeah,
But it's crazy.
It's so awesome to like be brought into that world. But you know, as you guys can see, like I never thought about. I mean, I haven't read a lot of fantasy novels before, but it's so fun getting into it, just kind of completely breaking the mold of what you typically. I mean, the day-to-day 9 to 5 grind and jumping into something like this. It's just like, whoa, like
it's very escapism, but at the same time very philosophical, and there's a lot of good like nuggets in there. I was actually in a business meeting a while back talking to someone, and I started quoting some not this series but another series to them, and like talking about how like a lot of people downplay fiction, but if you take like the philosophical aspects of it and apply it to your daily life, there's very applicable stuff all throughout these things. No, it's a great, fantastic story. It's fun too at the same time, but there's actually like really good wisdom too. You can take and kind of infer, insert into your own world. So
I don't have much more to add, but this scene was really, really interesting.
Yes, Danny Azul. Yes, Stormlight. How'd you know? You have no idea you're in for a basket of treats, Will. You are.
Yeah, I'm excited.
There's a lot.
I took a philosophy class in college and I had a really, really great professor. And I would go to his office hours every week just to sit down with him. And he had 1 hour, I think on Tuesdays and Thursdays, an hour each day.
Okay.
And I would be there for at least one of them.
Awesome.
And I would take up the whole freaking hour because I just sit in his office and be like, dude, what the hell does this mean? And then that would lead into, well, what do you think it means, Will? And then I'd be like, oh, what? He'd be like, oh, you know what? You're right, but you're also completely fucking wrong. And then, an hour later, your mind is blown and you're like, I don't even know what to take from that, but that was cool.
That was cool. That was awesome.
I don't know. I enjoyed philosophical conversations, I guess.
Yeah, getting deep. Well, there's plenty more in Sanderson's talks. It's very, very interesting. All of it. And you can tell he definitely comes. I mean, Sanderson is a religious person. He's Mormon. Just a little background about Sanderson. But at the same time, there is a lot of religious influence into his writing, of course. I mean, someone that is not as well studied, in religions would be probably hard pressed to write about faith the same way, if that makes sense. Because it's one of those concepts that is abstract to people without faith. So anyway.
Yeah. I was just reading String's comment. He said, we've been telling fairy tales for so long for a reason. It must be beneficial since our societies have managed to stay around in various forms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, fairy tales and fantasies have been, since the beginning of time. The one of the oldest books that novels ever written in the English language is Beowulf, is a fantasy. I mean, that's a big monster you try to go kill and dragons, and it's Beowulf. It's first novel, English novel, at least the oldest one that we know of, as far as a novel goes. But yeah, we've been telling stories, Canterbury Tales. You go back to the old ages. Even before that, you go back to old writings and Egyptian texts and Sumerians and all sorts of that. There's tons of stories.
Is it is King Lear kind of a fantasy, or is that? There's one. It has to do with hair, and the hair has some sort of. The longer the hair gets, it holds more power. That was like
Shakespeare. That's mythological. Yeah.
That was like the first time I read like a fantastical novel that like really jumped out at me. But the one takeaway I had was, oh, so if I grow my hair out, I'll get smarter. Cool. I need to have long hair.
I think that takes directly from the Bible and Samson. Because he had long hair and he got his power from God from his hair, and then his mistress cut his hair so he could be killed in battle. That's a story. That's actually a biblical story. Yeah, Samson.
Interesting.
He killed people with a donkey jawbone. He had a jawbone that he would just bash people's heads in.
Badass.
Brutal. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff in the Bible that's kind of crazy like that, especially Old Testament. But yeah. Anyway, anything else from this whole meeting with Vin and Ruin? Yeah, Samson and Delilah. Yeah, Delilah cut his hair. And yep. Thank you, Zul. If nothing else, all right, we'll move to the last chapter, chapter 58. Once you begin to understand these things, you can see how Ruin was trapped, even though Preservation's mind was gone, expended to create the prison. So this is where it says that he used himself to create the prison. Through Preservation's consciousness, though Preservation's consciousness was mostly destroyed, his spirit and body were still in force. And as an opposite force of Ruin, these could still prevent Ruin from destroying, or at least keep him from destroying things too quickly. Once his mind was freed from his prison, the destruction accelerated quickly.
Right.
So, yeah.
We've talked about that.
Yeah, we've talked about that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Because now everything's lavas, earthquakes, volcanoes, and ash falling everywhere, and things are just going to crap real fast. The world's literally dying. Yeah. And I think that also in the previous chapter, we didn't go over that too. I think isn't this when Ruin actually says like the timeline's super soon? Like he's like, you got days. Like,
yeah, he says you have days, not weeks.
Yeah, you have days, not weeks until it's all over.
Until this world's destroyed. Like, I got to get out. Like,
I need to get out now. Yeah. So I know you're gone last week, but what do you think about Kelsier, our Tensoon, as Kelsier telling everybody to go hide? Caverns. So, you need to get underground. Things are getting really bad up there.
Yeah, that I briefly caught up on that this morning before I read this section, and was not expecting Tensoon to take the form of Kelsier for one.
Yeah.
But when I guess when I saw you Friday and you and Tara were talking about it, I couldn't help but laugh because you have bags of bones and he found the
bag of bones.
He found the bones. Back in, I guess, was that in Luthadel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why he was telling people to
go underground.
I guess hide because I don't know. Just Tensoon's a wild card.
Yeah,
it's kind of a wild card, but I guess he's trying to save people.
Yeah, he is.
Destruction.
He's trying.
What should I don't know. Why'd you bring that up?
Why did I bring it up? Just because they're saying how we only have days left, and he's telling people to go underground. Like that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess shit's hitting the fan.
Yeah. So, moving on to chapter 58 after the epigraph. Sazin instructs Spook on how all the water flow mechanics work. It's kind of tell him, if you hit this lever here, this is going to fill everything up and all that stuff like that. Make sure we get the people out of the canals before we flip these levers, because otherwise they will all drown. So.
I knew it was bad they were leaving that responsibility with just like some soldiers. Like, I knew that was not going to work out in their favor.
And at this point, Beldra comes up and pleads one more time to spare Quellion, but and Spook's just like, I gave the letter. The letter made it to him, and the response was not great. So I can't make promises. Like about sparing your brother. I'll try to do everything I can, but I can't make promises. I mean, he does. He does. I guess he finally does concede to say he won't kill him, but he says if push comes to shove, yeah, it's just something along those lines. I can't remember exactly what he says, but
Yeah. Sorry, hold on one sec.
sure.
Sorry, I just heard something like crash upstairs.
Everything okay?
I think so.
Okay, cool.
We'll go one earphone for now.
Hear screams in the background.
No, like I think maybe our cat just like attacked her and she screamed because she screamed and then I heard like a plate fall.
Cats will do
She
that.
might have just got assassinated by a cat.
My cat. My cat will do that sometimes, but
Yeah.
Keep a lookout. Yeah.
Sorry, where were we?
Yeah, we were just talking about how Belgia's pleading with Spook one last time to spare her brother.
Oh yeah.
Everything's fine upstairs. Or so the person that's typing now on Tara's phone computer says.
Yeah. Wait, why is your picture a cat?
I did drop my plate. It was a loud sneeze.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Yeah, good times.
So that's what the home intruder would say. He's typing now. I just sneezed.
Yeah. If someone comes up behind me, just yell.
Just yell. Gotcha. Got him. So yeah, we're talking about Belgium pleading with Spook.
Yeah. You know. Good plead, you innocent little nothing.
Yeah. So Spook and the rest of the crew, they decide to travel to Colleen's speech. Spook kind of gives some instructions to the soldiers saying, hey, we're heading out. When you get the signal, flip the switch. If we're not back within a certain amount of time, flip the switch anyway. We're heading out. And they head out to the speech where Quellian's trying to quell the riots.
Mm-hmm.
Dern tells Spook that the citizen plans to denounce him and attack his soldiers on the Canton building where all his people are staying. And during the speech, Spook starts to hear signs of riots rising amongst the crowds, and things are getting a little out of hand.
I'm pretty sure there's like fires breaking out in the distance.
Yeah, fires are being lit. The whole place is being burned.
Meanwhile, he's up just giving a speech. It feels very apocalyptic.
Yeah, like this is like a Mad Max scene.
Yes.
Like everything's burning around. This guy giving this like speech about how everything's gonna be okay and how we're gonna take back control. During all this, Gordell's soldiers rush to engage Quellian's guards, and Spook jumps onto the stage to confront Quellian himself in front of the entire crowd of masses. And Spook finally puts it all together, like because Kelsier's there in the flesh, telling him to kill Quellian. And he sees Belgia through the crowd and using the tin. You can hear her say not to hurt his brother. And right during all of this, like he realizes too that like Quellian's reaching out for the Kelsier figure too. He's like, wait, you can see him too? Like, and like Quellian's like, why are you forsaking me? And he's like, wait, something's not right. And Spook starts to think about it. And also during all this craziness, a coin flashes out and strikes him, and he realizes Belgia shot the coin and that she's the coin shot. Of course, the whole crowd notices that as well. So they all start going in complete riot mode. Like the sister of the citizen is Alamancer, kill them all.
Yeah, like the goal was to get Quellian to show his allomancy.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And all of a sudden, Belgia's shooting coins at him.
It was her all along.
Kelsier's showing up. Everybody can see Kelsier. Spook's like, what is going on right now?
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is going on right now?
And Kelsier's yelling at Spook to kill Belgia and take her power too. Like, take a spike and pull it through her and kill her.
Just give her a backwards hug and ram a spike through her into your own chest.
And you'll get her power too. You'll be a coin shot too.
Don't you want to be powerful, man? Come on. That's what you wanted.
And he realizes everything's just going wrong. Like he takes like this brief moment, looks around, like the whole city's burning. The city's all rioting. Like everything's catching up in flames. And he's like, this is not saving the people. Like we're destroying everything, and it just hits Spook like spikes. Fuck. Like, so, first thing he does is he rips off Quellian's shirt and realizes he's spiked. And he rips the bronze spike from Quellian's arm, causing both him and Kelsier to scream in pain. And then he reaches into his own spike and pulls his own spike out, and Kelsier immediately vanishes.
So do you think at this moment Spook was like, spikes are bad? Like when Spook pulled the spike out of his own arm or shoulder, wherever it is,
right?
I was like, oh my God, that's a good thing, because now he's not going to be as affected by ruin.
Right.
Like in a way, he's removing the evil. Like it's almost like, yeah, you get power from a spike, but you also get evil.
Right.
Yeah, that was like another like big philosophical message.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
100%.
This seems crazy.
Yeah, and everything happens real fast, and it's insane. But Quellian's down there like crying, weeping, terrified of everything, and and when a Spook removes his spike, all the pewter goes away immediately, and like the tin just flares up back, and all the pain comes back into him because he's been shot also with a coin. So like, everything's bad, and he's like, he immediately turns to Quellian. He's like, you need to go and get people to stop rioting. Like, take your job right now. You have a job to do. Ghost, and they'll kill me. It's like, I'll kill you if you don't go. Like, take my men with you. You go. I know you're not the bad guy anymore. You're being influenced. Like, he puts it all together. He's like, just get out of here. I'm going to go try to release the water so we can put these fires out. And that's the point where he's like, why have the waters come out yet? And Belger's like, yeah. I killed your soldiers as soon as you left.
Yeah.
And now we're all going to burn. Cool. So
she Quellianed the canals from filling up.
Mm-hmm.
See what I did there?
Mm-hmm. I see what you did. Nice.
Yeah. She's a sneaky one.
She was. She was a secret agent.
Oh,
secret agent, man.
Her and Alrian and the other one that was like a sweet Southern belle, innocent, like,
yeah,
sneaky.
Yeah, so her whole getting captured thing, I mean, obviously this was all, yeah,
part of the plan.
It's all part of the plan. Yeah, she was the element the whole entire time. So anyway, yeah, good old Belgium. So he's like, well, shit, we got to get the canals going, because otherwise this whole city's gonna burn to the ground. Like, it's up in flames. Like, we have to get water, otherwise everyone's dead. Like, this whole city's going to kill everyone inside of it. So he runs back. Says gets there before him because he uses like a super fast fair killing powers to like run past him. But when he gets to the Canton building, it's like in flames, and says it can't go any closer because it's just too much. And this is when Spook goes full Terminator.
Yeah.
And yeah, extinguishes his 10. Just so he gets completely numb and just walks through the flames, like melting, but doesn't feel anything, just burning alive. Yeah.
So is he gonna still be the survivor of the flames, or is he gonna die to the flames?
A crispy boy. I mean, it's all his point of view, and I mean, he makes it through the flames. He makes it down the cavern, but then he's at that point, his eyes have been burnt out. He can't even see his flesh anymore, and he's glad he can't, because his body's not working correctly anymore. He ends up throwing himself onto the lever just to trip the switch and activates the machine and collapses and everything goes to dark.
Dun dun dun.
So pour it out for our boy Listamones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think he's dead?
It's a rough chapter. Do I think he's dead?
Yeah.
I mean, seems like it.
I hope he's not. But yeah, it seems like he might be.
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty crispy.
Yeah. If he's not dead, he's gonna look pretty bad.
Yeah. Reminds me of that scene. Have you ever seen Breaking Bad? Sorry, spoilers for Breaking Bad. When Hector blows up what's his name? Frank Gus.
Oh yeah.
He walks out of the room and like half his body's completely blown apart. It's like half his body's just gone. I just picture something like that, like where it's just all like burnt to pieces. Not half his body, but the whole body's like just burnt to pieces and just gone.
Yeah.
Flames. Yeah. I don't think you survived that. Most people don't. But
maybe. I hope so.
Doesn't have pewter anymore, so we'll see.
Crazy chapter.
That's how we end part 4. We got one part left, guys. Yeah. Part 5.
What could happen next? This is the official Sanderlanche is beginning.
Everything's falling apart. So how are you going to turn this ship around, guys? What do you think, Will? How are we going to turn it around?
A lot of White Claw.
Whole lot of drinking. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to get drunk and let the world burn.
Well, Breeze has been quiet.
Yeah.
Ben's been quiet. Ben's going to escape. I don't know. Kelsier's now back in the picture.
Is he?
So,
yes. That's too soon. Yeah.
The bones are.
The bones are. Yeah.
Okay. But Ruin's out in full force. So, yeah, it's good. There's going to be two forces coming at each other real hard, and one's going to win, or everybody's going to blow up.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, that's what's going to happen.
Sounds about right.
Am I right?
It sounds about right.
Rafa.
So yeah, favorite character.
I'm gonna say Spook because I don't know if I'll be able to say that ever again.
Okay, it's a good one. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic character.
Yeah, I'll go with Spook.
Yeah.
Got a little overconfident, I think, but maybe a little lustful.
Yeah.
Power hungry. But, he pulled the spike out and got back to reality and then tried to save the world and the canals.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a canal guy myself, so.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alondo.
I'm going to go with preservation, i.e. hope. Just for being wacky flailing tube man. No, I mean just for I think although preservation was the one that broke the bargain, it's one of those tough things, like to try to get in your mind of gods, like, because you think about it, if you live forever and you make these kind of pacts, like where I will just destruction and creation, those kind of things. And the day-to-day, any one lifetime does not matter to you anymore, if that makes sense. I think this part of the problem with the Lord of Ruler is like life didn't matter as much anymore because he's been alive for so long. Like, at what point does it just a single life is just a blink of an eye compared to your entire life? None of that really matters. You probably get to the point where if you have some kind of autonomy and thinking aspect to it, just like, we're thinking big picture here. You choose hope when Alondo isn't here. I do choose. I'll tell him next week that I chose hope. Because hope. I wish the last part was named hope, but it's called trust. So
Close
another
enough.
one is close enough. We hope we trust in the hope. But yeah, I don't know. Always interesting to hear the thoughts of gods, or at least get perspectives, even if preservation didn't talk at all, even if you just flailed for yes or no.
What's interesting, he takes the time to focus on one life, Elland, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of big picture coming down to small picture with
Yeah.
big picture in mind.
Sure. Yeah.
Good one. I'm your favorite character.
Yeah, preservation. There you go. Will, you always are my favorite character. So next week we'll begin part 5. Trust. What if God was one of us? So next Sunday is Easter Sunday. We talked about this last week. I'm available to record Sunday night. I don't know how you are.
I think I should be good.
Okay.
I think we'll be back.
Yeah. I mean, my wife and kids are taking, or my wife is taking the kids and going to visit after church on Sunday and going up to visit her in-laws and leaving me home alone for the week. So I have really nothing to do besides go to work and do podcast stuff for the entire week because I don't have to parent.
Yeah, we'll be, I think, coming back from our family thing. So I should be good.
Okay, cool. So we'll shoot for next Sunday. We're doing 5 chapters. So 5. And we are 1, 2, 3 full episodes away from finishing the book.
And also Jordan Con.
Yeah, and we're gonna, if we keep on our schedule, we will be doing our final episode live at Jordan Con.
We're trying hard to get off schedule.
We are trying very hard to get off schedule, but the idea is that we will be live at Jordan Con to do the final episode of this book. That's the idea. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully that goes well and we can do it. But yeah, so how it can be found is the CosmereReads.com. You can find cool links like NordVPN links, really cool links. We get 69% off. Nice. You can also find links to merchandise, our Discord, all sorts of other fun stuff. Patreon. We do have Patreon. If you want to support us, that does help. We do giveaways from time to time. The more patrons we have, the more giveaways we can do. Some perks, actually, you get stuff for being a Patreon as well. So feel free to join up there, and we can do more things. So it helps pay.
All the money goes to Alan anyways, so
actually it goes all to the cost of actually running a podcast. I wish I pocketed money.
Support Alan.
I wish I pocketed anything. Actually, some of it goes to Jordan Con, things like that. Hey, you got a free ticket to Jordan Con off of podcast.
I did.
So don't give me that crap. I didn't pay for your plane ticket and hotel, but I
pay for my flights.
Pay for your flights. I need a lot more patrons before I can do that. We don't make that much. But it does go towards things like letting us at least pay for tickets for cons. Also, because I use a podcast to buy everyone tickets, both Will Reads and Cosme Reads. And then
hashtag grateful.
And the cost of I have to pay for the website, I have to pay for the hosting, I have to pay for. I mean, I did the math. It's a lot of money that I pay monthly in subscriptions because you can't just buy stuff these days. Everything's a subscription. It's annoying. And then I get giveaways. So that's also the money goes towards that. So it all adds up. I don't pocket anything. I wish I did. My wife wishes I did. But no, that's not how it works.
Well, he bought me the webcam, the microphone I'm using, the books.
Yeah.
I'm a spoiled brat.
Yeah. Saying I use it all. You have like $100 for the like equipment and stuff like that.
I'm good.
Shut up. Anyway, so go check it out if you want to support us there. Pay for the books. Yeah, I did actually. I bought Will books. So
He's gonna keep buying me
It's
books.
it's important to be able to afford books because I like books. I have lots of them, and I like more books.
I do have a complaint.
Books are fun.
Some of the pages are falling out.
Oh, they are. Oh, wow. Okay, you read. It's a good, well-read book. My original copy of Eye of the World is literally held together by tape.
Oh.
I mean, it is literally like the whole back part just solid tape at this point.
That's how a book should look.
Yeah, I've read this book so many times that it's anyway. So that's a throw it back on the shelf. So anyway, yeah, go check us out there. Good stuff. And that's all I got for this week. So until next time. Thank you for watching the Cosmere Reads.
Gosh dang, gosh, stay fresh. Gosh dang, gosh, stay fresh.